Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Another content video, it seems. Seems like we all, in some point, started believing that if it's not fast, polished, and impressive, it doesn't count. We usually run behind the things which are so shiny and all, but we forget that a diamond is a mere lump of coal which did well under pressure. We don't go and see how things were down there. We did not see the pressure which was on us and how we grew out there. We only recognize negative things because because we have always tried to point out what things aren't good. Sometimes we just say that yeah, we are grateful for what we have, but when it comes to application, we just stand behind. So when things are not fast, I mean, it's your life. It is supposed to go smoothly, nicely, calmly, plainly. Haven't you seen that when you get x by 3 is equal to y by 4, you just use cross multiplication and say 4x is equal to 3y? Yes, you don't like that extra denominator hanging around. But that extra denominator which was there only let you, which I mean, it created a situation where you were able to apply your own mind. And so we just forget to see the main things which are important, which made us like created a situation where we were allowed. I mean, we made ourselves to work out on that basis. Only then we got strong. Now you can't just say that if there is not any maths question on your paper. I mean, you won't be able to give your mind any disturbance or build any muscle, right? When you work out, that is only when you get your muscle building up. So there is no need to be any rush or any hurry. You just need to give permission to yourself to stay on the path, because when you cling to something and then you focus on what you want, only then is when things go right, and only then you get more data to use analytics, right? So it just needs to be plain and calm. And when you give yourself more data to analyze, only then you will be able to see how you are progressing. If you just see the initial stages of a graph and just think that this will be the end, then it will be the end, because you did not even allow it to begin properly. It's just in the zero point 0 coordinate of x-axis. You never let the y-axis take any function at all. The y function was never allowed to grow. That is why you have very less data. But we must make sure that we keep the number of things we are analyzing less. Because if you keep plenty of tabs open at once, which tab will you focus on? Like how much amount of water is coming at once? Unless and until you're a machine or a robot. And excuse me, I'm here to remind you, you're a human now. So we need not give ourselves more data to analyze. Now, coming out from this theoretical part to applying it practically, seeing the things in our case that we just see that the Pomodoro technique does not work for us only because we did not apply it properly, because we shifted our own focus to something else which was not important. And then we think that this Pomodoro technique is not my thing, let us move on to something else. And that's not fair. You never allowed Pomodoro technique to show its shiningness. You never allowed it to make anything for you. Because when you start something, you must end it also. When you begin a process, you must come to the initial and final step at once. I know it's not possible, like you just do everything all together. But things are not supposed to be fast. Even for a river to make its path, it repeatedly cuts onto that same point. Have you ever heard this point which says, death with a thousand cuts? A person or a thing doesn't die at once with just one cut. But when you keep on pushing yourself, like in a bad way, in a negative way, showing that you are nothing, you can't do anything, this method is not for me. When you fill yourself with emotions which are negative and which don't contribute to your growth, that is when you are putting yourself below the pit. Even the pit is below. I mean, pit is above you, and you are just falling below that negative, right? So what I'm telling is, you must allow yourself to stay on the path, because real growth doesn't follow the rules which you are giving it. It follows a path through which you learn from your mistakes which are going to come on your path later. You can't stand over here in this point A and see what are the problems going to happen above that mountain and beyond that mountain and figure out what will be happening at once. If you're just standing and seeing the big height of the mountain and figuring out that that is not going to happen because I will never climb the mountain, or else even if I climb the mountain, maybe things are so easy and I'm not the one who does so easy things. I want more tougher paths, so I leave this and join somewhere else. Like, hold on to one thing and then continue. Give it the full potential. As you must have heard in my previous videos also, if you're not allowing yourself to stay on one thing, then how will you just know that this will work for you? How will you prove to yourself and provide extra, or actually not even extra, the minimum amount of data which is required to work out? So even if we check in YouTube, it won't provide any analytics of our how audience respond to our content or what our subscribers watch, because the content is so less. And now since I have only 11 subscribers, it means that I can't know the analytics so easily, because I have much lesser views and everything. Like, it's too less to analyze the things. You need extreme amount of data so that you can analyze things, because better the data, I mean, sorry, more the data, more the analytics and analyzation you will be able to do, right? So when you are here, I mean, no, I have only 11 subscribers and around 200 or maybe even lesser than that views. It doesn't mean that I just think that YouTube is not my thing and I just leave it. Now my job, inshallah, will be that. So it will be that I just continue what I am doing and be consistent in uploading the videos, inshallah, so that I can get a proper result. So that, because even YouTube is not ready to provide analytics for my number of views and subscribers and comments, that's equal to zero maybe. But inshallah, I am sure I will get to that path where you all will know me, inshallah. So the point is simple. When you cling to something, cling to it for long. Just don't leave it in the midway. You will fall into the river at once. Even monkeys are afraid to just leave the branches and all those extra strings of leaves. Maybe like we just see that monkeys jump from one tree to another, and then what is that thing? You just catch a rope and then swing from one place to another. Yeah, swinging maybe. Yeah, not the kind of swing which we play in the parks, but I hope you understand the most comical way of monkeys' behavior. Okay, so the monkey wouldn't want to fall down, so it will make sure that it clings to the branch and then jumps onto the next, because it knows it has to do something and cannot just stay just like that, staying in that one point and just waiting for the fruit to fall down. Because if he's just standing on the tree which is having no fruits, and then looking at the tree over there which is a bit far away, and if the I mean, yeah, we can't see what fun we are going to get from our work, but sometimes some situations um, we can guess what we are going to get. So chances are there you might know the output. So I hope you understood well. Just say that, just don't forget that if in some point you know that everything needs to be aesthetic, no, it doesn't, not at all. Just calm down, because it takes time for things to settle down. Even a river sometimes needs some rocks to just stop it, but when the river is ready to take its reins of life to continue, even big mountains cannot do anything, and the river will just break it apart, and even dams can't help it. I hope you understand. Okay, so
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.